Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Like smoking crystal meth as often as possible, usually on Tuesdays.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Come on down to COVID Christmas Castle. It's got two teeth and one eyeball.
that was like 2020.
His skin is
that
green.
Was 2020
yeah.
Christmas.
His skin is green from some infection. But hey, you won't pay those Phipps Plaza prices. You won't pay those fancy prices down here at COVID Christmas Castle. No sirree, Bob. Wow, you really look fucked up. Do I look that fucked up? Do I look as fucked up as you
yes,
look?
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay. At the party, everybody does.
Everybody does, yes. But you're always scared that you're the guy that looks the worst, right? I don't know. That's my thing.
You got like white stuff.
Yeah. You're like foaming. You have stuff at your corner of your mouth because your mouth hasn't stopped moving in 3 hours. Really need to spend that marketing budget before the year's out. Oh, look, Charter, they're right here. Get on the phone with them. What a great tagline. They're right here.
They're right here.
I feel like I can trust those people with my advertising dollars.
We were trustworthy.
Call Plumley. Hey, honey, dial 671-9442. Nope, no prefix. It's Greater Knoxville area. Those people are right here.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Yes, cats and kittens, welcome back. Dogs and dolphins, donuts and dipshits. Welcome back to yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break, the only commercial break you'll ever need. I am Brian Green. This is my dear friend and director of all symposium traffic, Krissy Hoadley.
Hello.
Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Brian.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us again. Fresh off a spring break.
That's
which
right.
I thought was very nice. I enjoyed it very much. Notice the tan, or is it just blending into all the other tan?
It's just blending in.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, too.
You're keeping the same color.
Kiss his ass, kiss your ass, kiss my ass, fuck all of you, okay? Yeah, I get it, I'm tan. One of our reviews said, Brian's always tan.
I know, right?
The show is great. It's very funny. Brian's always tan. Best to you. Thank you. Smart
and
ass.
someone help Nico.
Yeah, someone help. Anybody know where Nico is? Don't worry. He's still there. He's the dog that won't die.
Floating around.
Yeah, he's the dog that won't die that's already dead. He can't die because he's already dead.
Yes.
So what am I going to do? Nothing. So we took a couple days off here so that I could take my family down to the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
Which is a private island down in the Caribbean.
Right.
Because,
Disney.
Disney. We went on the Disney cruise.
I mean, I've heard these things are amazing.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really fucking nice. I gotta say, I'm a Disney fan. There's no secret there. And I'm also not a fan of Disney as of late. I don't think the experience down in the parks has been the same since the pandemic started, certainly, but maybe even a couple years of that. I tell this story, and this is just to give you an idea of what's going on down there. Astrid and I, her birthday is close to the first of the year.
Yes, it is.
So we went down there for New Year's. We spent like 5 days around New Year's. Mm-hmm. And we went there one night. They were going to do like New Year's Eve spectacular fireworks, whatever, right? Fun.
Sounds fun.
We get there at like 8 a.m., because you got to get there early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Well, I mean, they open at like 7 a.m., so you get there at 8 a.m. hoping that you can avoid some of the traffic. But, of course, anybody with a fucking kid is up at 7 a.m.
Yes, of
Kids
course.
don't sleep till 11. Teenagers do, but kids don't. Toddlers don't. So we get up and we hustle off to the parks, and within an hour, the fire marshal shuts the place down. So by 10 a.m., by 9 a.m., it's shut down because the fire marshal says it's too crowded in here. Capacity, which happens a lot down there, right? Isn't it nothing new to, I guess, people who work down there are the people who are controlling it. We did not get, not on one single ride, the entirety of the day. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we staked our claim on a little piece of grass so that we could see this firework fucking spectacular, which ended up being honestly, people are fucking miserable. And I know why, because I was fucking miserable too.
Yeah, you're in a bad mood at that point.
Yeah, because when you take your screaming little, shithead toddlers down there, and I'm not saying, when you take your screaming toddlers down there, let me refrain, because I know my son's going to watch this one day and be like, this is why I'm in therapy, Dad.
Yeah.
You told the world I was a shithead. I didn't mean it, son. I kind of meant it, son.
At the time.
At the time, I meant it. Now I don't.
Right.
Now I wish you were a toddler.
Right, exactly.
Now I wish you would stop sneaking out of the house. But the truth is, when you go down there, you bake in the sun at 98 degrees, even in January, for an entire 7 hours. You wait in line for 3 hours for every single fucking ride. You pay goddamn $10,000, $15,000.
I'm good on that. I'm good. I'm out. On that.
There was a time when you could go to Disney World and you could literally just jump on any ride you wanted to, and a 30-minute wait was a long one. You were like, wow, 30 minutes. Jeez, this is a popular ride today. Now 30 minutes is like a gift from God. Right. You've been kissed by the angels if you only wait for 30 minutes. Imagine taking two screaming toddlers who want to do, they don't have attention spans. I don't have an attention span.
Nobody does anymore.
I know. So, the whole place is just miserable now, and they got to fix it. And the way that they're trying to fix it is by raising the prices, because they figure if they raise the prices, they take out this bottom level of people who can occasionally afford to go to Disney, but not really, right? They mortgage the house to go to Disney.
Right.
So they say, take these people out and then it'll be less crowded. Not working. Not fucking working. I'm telling you that right now. So we decided that we were going to go on the Disney cruise. Let's go wait in line on a boat with a bunch of floating toddlers. That's what sounds good.
No, but I've heard these things are amazing.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, you have heard correctly. That was a 5-star boat, 4-star food for 3.5-star food, 5-star service.
Yeah, and 5-star compared to maybe other cruises.
Oh yeah, you go to other cruise. I mean, I'm sure that if you spend $1 million to sit in the suite on another cruise, then that's all fine. On the Disney boat, this is crazy. On the Disney boat, right below the whatever you call it, the place where the captain goes. What do you call that?
The starboard or something?
Starboard? No, it's called a thing. It's called whatever.
Captain's
the captain's
area.
chair, right? Yeah. Captain's chair, the chair area. You know what I'm talking about. It eludes me right now. But the place where the captain goes and all the people are driving the boat. Right below that on the
big
Disney
wheel.
Yeah, they have a big
it's
wheel.
All wooden
it's just fake.
I've watched
it's
below.
I think that's
I've
just
watched
pretend.
Below Deck.
Yeah, Below Deck. I think that's pretend now. I think you control it with a Nintendo. PS4.
Yeah.
Go to the left. Go to the right. Yeah, an Xbox. It's all being controlled by Waze. I'm sure of it. Like Waze water traffic or whatever. So the cockpit, it's not a cockpit, whatever. Anyway, you get one. Right below there is a suite, like whatever they call the Jiminy Cricket suite or some shit like that. And that thing is like 3,500 square feet. It's unbelievable.
Man.
Yeah, but I can't afford that. I'm not that kind. Yeah, I don't. You think this podcast makes that kind of money? No. We're lucky to get a room with a view, and I can't go on any boat with a porthole. Like you're not getting me on a boat without a balcony. Right. No way. No way. I want to be able to jump to safety if I need to, and I need to feel the fresh air. Like I can't be confined in a cabin with just a little.
You like looking through the hole. Help. Helping.
And they put you on the lower decks,
Right.
and everybody's seen those pictures of like the water coming up to the window, and like there's people who are just sitting around casually while the boat is drowning. I mean, it's scary shit to me. Yeah. Anyway, lovely rooms, lovely people. The boat was only half full because people are still scared of the coronavirus,
right.
and I was too a little bit. Like some bad disease breaks out on mainland, and all of a sudden we're stuck on a boat for 6 years.
True.
But if you're going to be stuck on a boat, you might as well be stuck on one with Disney,
yeah,
right?
True.
And everyone was lovely.
How nice.
Everybody. So Matthias is scared of characters. It's not his thing, like a lot of toddlers are.
They are, yeah. It's all those pictures you see of the Santa Claus pictures or the Easter Bunny pictures when kids are like 1 and 2.
That's my kid.
Yeah.
Look at any Santa Claus picture with Matthias, and he's like, oh.
It's scary.
Yeah, you feel like he's being kidnapped, right? And
sit on his lap.
But sit on his lap. I can hear my kid's head. Sit on his lap.
What was the episode we did about the Santa?
Oh, the COVID Christmas Castle.
Christmas Castle.
He's got one eye. Come on down to COVID Christmas Castle.
Corn cob.
He's got a corn cob arm and an old cooking skillet for a leg. Come on down to COVID Christmas Castle.
We had fun
He's got
with that
2
one.
teeth and 1 eyeball.
That was like 2020.
His skin is
that
green.
was 2020
yeah.
Christmas.
His skin is green from some infection. But hey, you won't pay those Phipps Plaza prices. You won't pay those fancy prices down here at COVID Christmas Castle. No sirree, Bob. This is our third Santa in 2 months.
Yeah, it was bad that year.
So he's scared of characters.
Right.
But on the boat, the characters are out in the galley, like the big entranceway.
Yeah, they're mingling.
They're mingling. Like every time you go to the galley, there's another character there, and Mickey and Minnie are the most popular, and he loves Mickey Mouse.
Oh, he does.
Like everybody.
Yes.
So, but I just don't think he can get it through his little head that the thing that shows up on the TV screen is now 7 feet tall, not moving its mouth, and strangely going like this, walking around like it's got a limp. So
doing the hand.
Yeah, doing that big hand. So finally, but this cruise, I decided I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let him find his own boundaries, right? I'm trying to be like a 2022 kind of dad. Like, let him find his own boundaries. I don't want to force it on him.
Yeah.
So he saw it, and he runs up.
Let it be organic.
Yeah, let it be organic. Yeah, let his fear.
Grass-fed grass.
Let him shit his pants organically. I don't want to force his shitting his pants. I want him to shit his pants on his own. So he runs up toward the front. There's a line. There's like 50 people waiting in line.
Yeah.
So he runs up to the front to go catch a glimpse of Mickey and Minnie. And then I explained to him, and he's trying to like walk through the line, and I'm like, I explained to him, hey, buddy, we got to wait in this line. If you want to go up there and meet him, we have to wait in this line. It's not our turn. And some lady is like, we're family. And I was like, what? Some lady like starts yelling, we're family. And
we're family.
She's yelling at me, and I'm like, we're family. I'm sorry. And she goes, we're family. And I was like, I don't think I know. She goes, we're family. Just come on, stand in front of me. We're family.
Oh, she was trying to help out.
She was trying to help out.
Oh.
This is the kind of Karen you would normally think is
Yeah.
like, if I caught her in Disney World, there'd be a full on, fist fight with tits flying everywhere.
Right.
Like this at Disney World, this wouldn't happen. There would be a fight over just him trying to go catch a glimpse up at the front of the line. Because everyone, he's trying to cut in front of the line. Oh my God. I'm waiting for 7 hours.
Right.
So
Everybody's
I was like,
relaxed.
yeah, everyone's like wonderful.
Nice.
And so I say, listen, I really appreciate that, but he's actually scared of kids. In my mind, number one, there's also a bunch of people around this lady that may not have the same opinion.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm going to stand in line regardless. I'm just not going to be that guy. Because I wouldn't want it done to me. But the other thing is that I'm going to cut in front of line, cause all this drama, and then Matthias is going to go and run away, right? So I told her that. I said, listen, he's really scared of characters. He'll probably run away. She goes, it's okay. Give it another try. Like, if he goes, he goes. If he does, he does. And I'm like, oh, that's very sweet of you. She goes, just tell him we're family, right? I'm like, tell who? Meanwhile, all these people are standing around us, can clearly see what's going on, right? Yeah. So I look, and there is some jacked up beefcake dude behind him. I'm talking like Chad Essential, right?
Okay.
He's like this, got big beard. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about, right? The kind of guy that's ready to kick anybody's ass for any reason whatsoever. And I look, and he's like staring at me, and I'm like, it's okay, we're gonna go to the back of the line, because I could see he's getting upset, right? And he goes, it's cool, we're family.
We're right.
And I was like, what universe did I land in? This is not what I'm used to. So everybody was just so pleasant.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you guys.
We had a really, really nice time. We drove down there. But not my usual, like, get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to drive in the middle of the night, drive my family crazy.
Not there.
Not this one.
But on the way back.
We picked him up from school and we left.
Okay,
and it's pouring down rain. We're following the storm system all the way down to Orlando.
In that.
I know you do. Like, you hate driving, period. But then in rain, forget about it. But
when you're following the system,
and like
you
normally
can't get a break.
I take the back roads.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm like, I got kids in the middle of the day, and at any moment their clock could expire. I just got to get down there the quickest way possible, and that's the highway.
Yeah.
I am white knuckling it the entire way.
The worst.
Focused, like, super concentrated on everything that's going on. Driving 110 miles per hour, because that's what I do. In and out of traffic.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy. I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole you see on the highway, driving in and out, cutting everybody off and driving up and down. And eventually I just had to stop. I'm like, okay, stop. I don't even know where I am, Hoadley. North Florida, somewhere. I pull over and I go to the Great American Truck Stop. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I do. Did they sell fireworks too?
Of course they did. Yeah. They sold everything. Yes. Everything a trucker would need on his daily, everything from, softcore porn to ham radios to fireworks and, hemorrhoid cream. They sell everything.
Yeah.
Because they're...
Those packets of uppers.
Yeah, packets of uppers, like the legal street speed, that's really a lot worse than the speeds. Like, It's legal Drano speed. I go into this truck stop, which is not a name brand truck stop. It's not like TA or Flying J's or whatever. You know, the big ones where when you're on a road trip, you're like, I feel comfortable going
recognize
there.
that.
Yeah, I recognize that. Huge facility. They usually have a restaurant of some kind or maybe even two in there. They have showers, which I find to be strange, but whatever. Some of these have lounges for the truckers. Have you seen these?
I have.
They have lounges.
Yeah, we've stopped at some of those before.
They have like, flat screen TVs and leather chairs.
Leather chairs,
And you pay $5, you become a member of the club and you can go into all.
That's nice. It's a nice perk.
It's like the Delta Sky Club, only they actually serve you food in the trucker stop.
Yeah.
Delta. I'm looking at you. So I go into this, but this is not a name brand. It's a much smaller facility, but they have 24, gas things.
Yeah.
And the sun's just going down, but there are no lights on the gas, like where the gas tanks are.
Okay.
I find this strange, but the thing says open and I can see somebody in there. So I pull up, I get gas, we let the kids get out, and I walk into this place and there is a lady behind the counter and she's training another lady. You can see what's going on here. Clearly a training situation. And the lady who works there, who's got the whatever shirt on, is so fucking high. Her teeth are about to chatter right out of her mouth. Like, have you know what I'm talking about?
She ate too many of the packets.
I don't think this was packet induced. I think this was pipe induced. This lady was chewing her face off. And I don't know about you, but because of my lifelong experience around many multifaceted different types of folks and some situations I found my own personal self in
right.
Whenever I see somebody else high, I identify it immediately. I identify that other high. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I do.
There's a look and you understand what that look looks like because you've stared at that,
right.
You've stared at that
night.
face late night and been like, wow, you really look fucked up. Do I look that fucked up? Do I look as fucked up as
and
you
yes,
look?
everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay. At the party, everybody does.
Everybody does. Yes. But you're always scared that you're the guy that looks the worst, right? I don't know. That's my thing.
You got like white stuff.
Yeah. You're like foaming. You have stuff at your corner of your mouth because your mouth hasn't stopped moving in 3 hours. And not because you're talking, because your jaw is just moving back and forth. You're yawning.
We had a waiter at a restaurant over the holidays that was totally jacked up.
Oh,
like immediately we could tell. When he got to the table, he was like spitting. And he was like, I'll be right back with some bread. Like, I was like, oh, I know that chattery.
This lady was like the old, like probably in her late 20s, but looked like she was 50.
Right, yeah.
Country, you had a very, strong Southern draw, right? And maybe a few teeth that were heading in the wrong, like Nico's teeth, right? It could fall out at any moment.
Right.
And she was like, so sometimes in the beer cage, when people come get beer, sometimes they ring it up for $5.99, but it doesn't ring up for $5.99, it rings up for $4.99. And the other lady, who looks like maybe a mother who is just trying to get a few bucks, right?
Yeah.
She's exacerbated. You can just tell. She's like, okay, so you ring it up the correct. Yeah, but you got to make sure you ring it up the wrong way if your draw isn't short, because one time the draw was short and people died. And so I can't find the bathroom. So I'm like, bathroom? You gonna buy something? I'm buying gas. Which pump? There's nobody out there. I'm the only pump that's buying gas. Do I look like the guy who's coming in to use your shitter for no reason? Where do you think I walked from, lady? I just sympathize with the lady who was training because I thought, if you have to spend a whole 8 hours with this lady.
Yeah.
When I worked at the old BP, when I was, where I met the strippers and the whole 9 yards, right? When I worked at that BP, they would say, close and lock the door after 11:30 p.m. That was the policy of the BP franchise owner, right? You have to close and lock the door after 11. They're good policy. But we were here, like around here, and this was also 20 years ago. So it really wasn't anything to be worried about. And plus, I'm 19, 20 years old. I have no fear.
No, you don't. No.
A couple times I did because there was some, I could see some sketch going on outside, and I just wanted to protect myself. But that fucking glass ain't protecting nobody from nothing. Somebody's going to shoot you. They're going to just take aim and shoot you. Yeah. And then you'd have that damn thing. You'd have to push back and forth. It was just a whole thing. So one time, And sometimes we would go back and we would smoke pot. Like it was a tiny little gas station, and they had an employee bathroom in the back.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And the little office with a bunch of shit like
papers from 50 years ago,
and extra boxes of Skittles and Snick Snacks and Dammerdoodles or whatever the fuck. And so I would go back in the bathroom, or sometimes friends would come up. We go back in the bathroom,
take a little toke.
Yeah, and drink a natty ice or whatever we were doing. One time, my friend comes in and he just decides to rip it up in that bathroom. I mean, he is like brings his 4-foot graphics bong, and he's like, the whole place is filled with smoke. But I lock the doors. I ain't too worried about it, right? I lock the doors. Now the place is smoky, but at that time also people smoked cigarettes inside. It was like smoke could be anything. And
except if it smelled like weed.
I know, except if it smelled like weed. Very rarely did the cops ever come in the door. A lot of times they would drive through the parking lot, wave to you, right? Hey, everything cool? Cool.
Make sure everything's good, yeah.
But on this night, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I walk outside and I can see an officer. He's got his gun, he's holding his hand on his gun.
Right.
And he's like looking in, and I got my BP shirt on from the back. I'm like, hey.
Everything's fine.
And he's like, he waves his hand and he goes like this. He waves me over and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Goddamn.
Paranoia sets in.
Totally, Hoadley. I was like, man, I hope I don't look like that lady on that. Like when I was looking at that situation going down in the, flying turd, truck stop or whatever it was. I was like, man, I could just remember that night specifically.
You're like, that's how I looked.
What I actually did was I ran back in the bathroom, and on the shitty, gas station mirror that's actually just like a piece of tin foil that you're trying to look into. I'm pouring Vicine in my eye. This cop asked me to come, and I went back to the bathroom to check
hold
my
on.
eye. Yeah, hold on. And I'm taking a piece of cardboard to waft the smoke out. I'm spraying, Comet cleanser around. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I open that door and he goes, everything okay in here? And I go, yes. Why? Looked a little smoky. And I was like, I was smoking a cigarette. Yeah. And this is what he goes. He goes, okay, I'll check back in on you later. I was like, okay. He didn't want to arrest the guy at VP.
No.
He was like, what about? And then I got to call somebody.
Well, right. Then somebody else would have to command the
station. And then the cop's doing the shift, right? Then the cop's just ringing up gas. But I am so glad to be getting back to the commercial break.
Me too. I missed you while you were gone. I took the opportunity to get very, very organized. And it feels so good. Yes, it feels so good. I had
who's that lady? Marie Claire?
Stuff.
Marie
Condo.
Condo.
Yes, yeah. I Marie Condoed stuff at the house.
Is that what you did? Mm-hmm. Did you say if this doesn't have personal meaning to me, I'm letting it go?
Yeah, if it's not useful, I forget what the 3 things. Something about being useful or loving it or something.
Emotional connection.
Yeah, I mean, I had old stuff.
Which, if I'm honest with myself, I look at any item in this room besides you, I just don't have an emotional connection to.
I mean, that's the way, when you really start to go through stuff. Well, I started thinking, if I died tomorrow, and I know this is morbid, if I died tomorrow, or if I moved tomorrow, like, do I need this shit? Do I want it? Like, am I filing it away somewhere? No.
Yeah.
And that's when it made me realize I need a shredder.
Yeah, I got a shredder. It doesn't work if you want to have it. Just you can take my printer and my shredder. See if you can make it work. It's yours. Well, your hair looks good.
Thank
I did say
you.
Chrissy's got a new haircut.
Yeah,
check it out. YouTube.com/thecommercialbreak, which, by the way, a lot of people have been going there and watching our videos.
Oh, wow.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, you can leave like a bunch of statistics you can look at. And like, let's say a year ago when we were younger than we are today, obviously, that's how time works. We'd get like a couple hundred returning visitors on a video, or in a week, or in a month, or whatever. Not a lot. And now we're getting many more returning visitors.
Well,
every
welcome
week,
back, returning visitors.
Thanks, I appreciate it. And Tina loves the fact that we're putting out full episodes now available. YouTube.com/thecommercialbreak. Yep, 2 days usually after the episode airs, and we still do clips every day of the week. So there's clips, there's full episodes, they're all playlisted. You can check it out, and check out Krissy's new hairdo. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so I have 2 special things for our audience. Now, we've been getting a lot of communication via reviews, and some people have been texting us, and I've been texting back and forth with a couple of our listeners. And one of the things that somebody was going back in the old catalog, and they were asking, was the commercial break I've been listening to old episodes, but just, give me the punchline. Is the commercial break always been the same as it is today? That was the question mark.
It has for me.
It has for you.
Right,
but for me,
yeah.
No, it hasn't. Because I started the commercial break without ever intending to have Krissy as any part of the commercial break. I started it. Man, I'm glad I didn't go that direction.
I am glad you didn't go that direction either.
My wife, when I had the real estate financing business, my wife said, you should do a vlog. You would be really good on a YouTube video channel. So it's her fucking fault this all started. And I was like, oh, well, I never even thought about that. And she's like, let's buy a camera and let's just put you in front of it. You talk about commercial real estate. You could do like a weekly update on commercial real estate. And that's
breaking news.
Breaking news. Brian's an asshole.
The world of commercial real estate.
I know. Who cares? First of all, who fucking cares? Second of all, commercial real estate is the most secretive business in the world. No one wants their shit out there. No one. I'll work with somebody and they'll make me sign an NDA that I can't even say their name outside of the communication that I have via email with them. I mean, it's just so weird and secretive, right? And so,
plus, it's pretty boring to anybody who's not actually in the commercial real estate space.
Yeah, I guess the point was, and that's one of the things too, is I was like, well,
it's a very niche audience.
How big can my audience get? And my ego tells me I should get the biggest audience possible. Let's do a comedy podcast. I'm not very good at that either. That will also be boring, but I'll have more people listening. So I go back all the way to the archives because I got a hard drive full of almost everything we've ever done. And I find the very first piece of video and audio that I did regarding the commercial break.
Oh, Lord.
Now, Krissy's going to get her comeuppance too, but I guess I'll go first here. Guys, this is Bryan Green doing a 45-minute.
We need like a little
45 minute
music like what could have been.
Let's see if I got what. Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to the Commercial Break Real Estate Podcast. Starring Bryan Green and Kristen Bransford Hoadley.
I wasn't in the first one.
Well, you're in it now, so welcome back. Bryan Green opines for 2 hours a week about commercial real estate. Get some coffee. Wake the kids.
Brian's new vlog is out.
That's
everybody.
Right. Turn off the new Lord of the Rings episodes on Amazon. You're not going to want to miss this. Brian's going to tell you about equity and debt.
And your debt to ratio.
Brand new data centers going up in Idaho Falls.
Oh my gosh.
Who needs self-storage in South San Francisco? Brian's got the scoop. Come on in. Come on. He can't say anybody by name or mention anything that's actually going on because that's illegal. All right. Okay.
Speaking of San Francisco, hold on. Let me just, speaking of when we very, very first started our version of the commercial break, did you not tell me that you bought a billboard in downtown LA?
I was just having this conversation with somebody in the industry.
I just remembered that.
Yes, I did. And it worked. Unfortunately, it cost like $312 per acquisition. People were probably like, oh, there's Kate Moss. Oh, who's that fucking jack clown? I'm sure that there's a morning show somewhere that was doing a bit on our commercial break. I don't even think I had the right size for the billboard, but the company didn't give a shit. It was a digital billboard. Oh, yeah, they just ran it. They were like, run it. Run it downtown LA
like,
traffic.
I got a billboard for us. I was like, whoa, Brian's really serious, Jeff. Everything's about to happen.
It's all happening. On the back of this billboard in downtown Hollywood. I was such an asshole. And then I realized that was too expensive. Like the LA billboards were really expensive.
Right, as I would think.
So I was putting them on like, Highway 92 in Oklahoma, which I'm sure like some good old boys running down the road. Commercial break. Sounds interesting.
What's that?
Let me turn it on. Nope, don't like that, libtard. Turn that off. Turn that shit off. But
Okay, I see.
Okay.
You've pulled up the video
Yeah,
here. It's
let me,
very serious. You look very serious and caffeinated.
That's right. I'm very caffeinated here. I remember this day.
You got a nice white crisp shirt.
I had a crisp shirt. I had my glasses on. I was so nervous because I'd never really been in front of a camera.
Right.
Like we did radio, but there was
Right.
a microphone. There was no cameras at that time.
You didn't have the
anywhere.
experience like I have. We'll be
That's right. We'll show,
next.
Krissy's. We've already shown some of our on-camera experience, but man, did we hit gold.
When I was cleaning, I found
That's
it.
right.
I was organized.
Thank God for Marie Condo or whatever her name is. This is Bryan giving a first run at what a commercial break about real estate would sound like as a vlog. So if you want to see the video of this, youtube.com/thecommercial break. Hey, commercial breakers. Back by popular request, the commercial break inside of the commercial break. Go to tcbpodcast.com. You can find out more about Krissy and I. You can read all the show notes, get all of our sponsors' specialized URLs and codes, and connect with us at the socials and on YouTube, which happens to be at The Commercial Break on Instagram and youtube.com/The Commercial Break. That's where you can find the video of all the shows and clips every single day of the week. We also put out some content on that YouTube channel that's not available anywhere else, like Commercial Break in the Studio, where Krissy and I pick a timely topic and we opine for 4 to 5 minutes. You'll love hearing Krissy and I for an additional 4 to 5 minutes a week. So go to youtube.com/The Commercial Break. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate everybody who has been leaving us kind comments and reviews, especially on Apple. But you don't have to leave it at Apple. Any podcast player will do. We'll take it. And for those of you who are leaving not so nice comments and reviews, well, we'll take yours too. We know we're not everybody's cup of tea, and every cup of tea needs a lemon. You're it. TCBpodcast.com, at The Commercial Break on Instagram, youtube.com/The Commercial Break, and one final note, 661-237-8296. That's 661, the word best, the number 2, YO-YO. That's where you can leave us a text message or call it and leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear from you about anything you want to talk about. Now, let's hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back after this commercial break.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Looking for a new career? Welcome to Do HVAC Training Service Center in North Charleston. Enroll today in our comprehensive HVAC training hands-on field experience-based program, covering troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, and more on various HVAC systems and ductwork. We offer EPA and NAEP preparation and testing, along with various certifications. Enjoy payment options. Achieve certification in under 5 months. Enroll now for your new journey of skill development and career advancement. Log on to DEWHVACTrainingSC.com to inquire.
Oh, no, that's my apartment
I'm
preview.
sorry. Yeah.
now.
I don't know why I hit that. That was the wrong one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm super caffeinated. Okay. I'm going to work in a truck stop after this. Okay. I look like the lady at the truck stop. I was so nervous, and I felt like drinking caffeine would, because Astrid was like, you be your peppy,
alert.
normal
Yeah.
self. Yeah, and I was like, give me another cup of coffee. Go ahead, kill
Well,
this
then
one.
you've got tea with like 5 tea bags.
I know. Testing the audio. Welcome to the commercial break, and honest to reverend. Okay, I'm already ready to end this episode of the commercial break. Welcome to the commercial break, an honest and irreverent look at the commercial real estate industry, the people that make it happen, and the world that spins around it. I'm Bryan Green, your host. I'm Bryan Green, your host.
That's like, I feel like it's like you're an MTV
I know.
VJ.
I'm a VJ for the commercial real estate business.
The world that spins
Hey, I'm
around
Bryan
it.
Green, and welcome back to the commercial break. An irreverent look at the commercial real estate industry, the crazy cats who are in,
The world that
the
spins
money
around
that
it.
changes hands, and the assholes who do it. And then and then the bumper comes in. Dropping straight to the bottom of the Apple charts this week, Bryan Green's commercial break.
Yeah.
There's a Wikipedia page being made somewhere about this particular 45-second interlude.
By Ohana Financial Services. Ohana Financial is helping developers, investors, and asset managers.
Meanwhile, I'm doing a commercial
For your
my
own
own
company.
Yeah.
debt and equity for their commercial ventures. Ohana's experience in deal structuring and deep capital market relationships allow them to find a solution for most loan requests. Make a call, send an email, reach out, and touch someone. I promise to treat you.
Flip the paper.
I want to hide under the desk.
You're like Jon Stewart. with
Dave
the-
Letterman, yeah, throwing a pencil. What a douchebag I am. I want to hide under the table right now.
We're going to
Family
embarrass both of us.
877 Ohana.
Okay, all right. That's okay.
Okay, is that
no,
enough?
No, that's enough of the video.
Okay.
But okay, let's go to Krissy real quick, and then we'll come back to the commercial break
Bounce around.
audio. Yeah, we'll bounce around. Okay, so this is what almost was, as far as the commercial break was concerned. It was almost literally like an Entertainment
Our
Tonight.
worlds could have gone in two
different
separate
directions.
Yeah, I know.
You could be working at a gas station in South Florida, and I might be the world's most famous commercial real estate vodcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, to all 20 people who care about that. Krissy, recently we looked over some of Krissy's video. I don't even know what to call it, like foray into entertainment.
Commercials. Well, I
Commercials.
worked
Into
for
your
a
hosting.
cable.
Yeah.
I worked for a cable company. It was called Charter Media, and then later I worked for Comcast.
Yep.
Both of those places had me. They just kind of like grabbed me and said, "Here, you look good. Be on camera." And
Nice ass, kid.
yeah,
Get in front of
I
camera.
was.
Do
I
your
was young.
thing.
I was in my young 20s.
Yeah.
And I was in sales. I was in the sales department. I'm outgoing, and they grabbed me to do some promos.
They sure did. You have to see the visuals on this one, youtube.com/the commercial
This is
break.
from Knoxville.
Okay.
Charter Media.
So to tee this up, so here you're hosting some commercials.
Yeah, well, this was okay. So all the salespeople had, their own promo.
Sure.
That then we would run across open inventory.
Okay.
Like over all of the.
You would give it free to their best clients.
Yeah, we would give it. No, we would run it for free for our own sales to promote for businesses to call in.
Oh.
And talk to a salesperson about advertising.
Oh, I see. So you're promoting yourself and the
Yes.
ventures. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
10-4.
And
All
yeah,
right, here we
this
go.
was-
I'm excited. I've
this
never
is
seen this before, by the
promo
way. Just cut this
for
up as
Charter Main Street.
Krissy's on a ladder.
They get on a ladder. But there's a green screen,
Yeah.
and it looks like I'm
You're painting
the
it.
logo.
Man,
Yeah.
when is this? 2000s?
Yes,
This is
it was
cutting edge green screen
2001.
technology
It was
here.
2001.
Wow, those people at Charter know how to do it. Come here, honey. Look, she's magic painting on the screen. Pick up the phone and call Charter. Get ourselves some commercials for our truck
and
stop.
they did, and then I did the used car commercials.
Okay, we'll get to that. Here we go. Ready?
Oh Lord!
It's your hometown station.
It's a community resource.
It's a place that gives me a paycheck. It's a place where I can shit away from my family. I'm sleeping with the secretary.
Oh my God!
Dave tried to jump off the roof one Christmas party.
Yep.
So these are salespeople.
These are all the salespeople, yeah, and they
wow.
were promoting themselves, and then they would each have their own their direct line phone
Oh,
number.
wow.
that
This is
then-
pretty fancy.
Yeah.
And who is editing this? Which editing master is editing this?
Who it for the video
Yeah.
department was.
Do a fade in.
It was like two guys.
Yeah, two guys.
We're right here, your hometown station, Charter Main Street.
Wow, Krissy, look at that. We're right here on top of a ladder. Painting a fake wall.
I I remember having to keep doing it. They were like, no, go further out with the paintbrush.
You're like, I'm going to fall.
And I had to smile and be
Yeah.
like, hey, Charter Main
It's
Street.
good. Oh, look, they're giving out their actual phone
That's
numbers.
what I'm saying. They had their direct
without
lines.
a prefix. You know how old this is because there is not 10 numbers involved. There's
Exactly.
only
Plus,
7.
this was Knoxville.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not even
that's
sure
true.
they do have area code there
They
yet.
still don't?
either.
Yeah.
Norman Plumley. To advertise your business on Charter Main Street, Channel 28.
Look at that
call
thing.
me at
It's about to come down like that. I
671-94.
remember it was a loose
Street sign?
street sign.
Okay. So for those of you that aren't listening to this, so now the salespeople are introducing themselves
They're promoting
individually.
themselves, yeah.
Here we got Charlie Plumley.
Norman.
Norman Plumley. Dial him up at
He was a nice
671-9442.
guy, but look how far. Look at the angle of the camera. It's like you can see his nose hairs.
The cameraman is directly standing underneath Norman, not giving him the best angle. As Norm's built like I am. He's got a nice gut there. So you're looking right up. You're looking right up Norm's, sausage factory there.
Oh my
But hey,
God.
listen, call 571-9442 if you need to call Norm. I bet Norm still picks up the phone there. Norm,
He was a nice
this is
guy.
Plumley.
He was
Did
a
you guys
nice
call him
guy.
Plumley?
Yeah.
I would have called him Plumley. Hey, Plumley. He's got a nice two-tone shirt on. Back in the 2000s, that was all the rage.
It was all the
Yeah.
rage. The white collar, blue
shirt, white collar, tie that goes down to your dick. Like, come on, man. It's okay. I like Norm. He's holding a street sign. For what reason, I have no idea.
Well, it was the
corner of Charter and Margaret.
Main Street.
Oh, and Main Street.
We were so clever.
Yeah, I know. I can see the production staff on this one. Hey, you got any blow? I do. Let's do something. This is so stupid. Can't believe 4 months in a row we're doing Plumley's fucking advertising. Give me a bump. Hey, get below Plumley. And then all of a sudden they become like,
Like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, they're fucking James
Get
Cameron.
over
Yeah.
there on the left.
Test my light.
There was a boom.
I know. A boom mic. Your boom's in the shop. It's going all over the greater Knoxville area. What are we doing here? Plumley. Can you look less, I don't know, idiotic?
Oh my God. Oh Lord. We're right here.
Charter, Main Street. We're right here. That's a great tagline. We're right here.
Like going into the city too.
Yeah, I mean, we're right here. What is that? We're right here.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it just sounds cool.
Just call us for
Never
advertising.
in the history of ever did, like, I can just see some guy that owns like a series of like brake shops and he's like, really need to spend that marketing budget before the year is out. Oh, look, Charter, they're right here. Get on the phone with them. What a great tagline. They're right here.
They're right here.
I feel like I can trust those people with my advertising dollars.
We were trustworthy.
Call Plumley. Hey, honey, dial 671-9442. Nope, no prefix. It's Greater Knoxville area. Those people are right here.
Oh my God.
All right.
Here I am. This is pretty much all I do, and then they insert, different.
It's right here.
Account executive.
It's right here. What the fuck?
Okay.
I bet they had 12 meetings about that, too.
Oh, yeah.
I bet they were like...
It took months, I think, for us to put this together.
Well, I mean, just about the tagline. Like, what should we do? Like, the people you can trust. Your advertising network. No.
I think we called in like the Nashville people to the Nashville office, the marketing girl from Nashville, to like give her input on it.
And she probably came up with that tagline.
She's like, those people in Knoxville.
Yeah,
they're right there.
Yeah, you're over there. Right. But when you're there, you can say, we're right here. But how I say it is, you're over there. How's that?
It's your hometown station.
It's a community resource.
We're right here, your hometown station, Charter Main Street.
Oh.
Find out how Charter Main Street can increase customers for your business. Call me, Kevin, at 671-9428.
Why is everyone standing in front of that stupid street sign?
They made everybody do that.
That's so stupid. We're right here at the corner of Main Street and Charter. We're actually standing at the signpost. Bring a check on by.
Oh my God.
We're right here.
This is like 20 years ago.
Oh my God, Krissy, this is bad.
Oh, well, there's more gold in the hills.
All right, so now let's get to
I'll
Krissy's.
go back to you.
What? You want to go back to me? I was hoping to avoid back to me. Okay, now commercial break then departs from the idea of commercial real estate very quickly because I decide it's too boring. I can't give enough information because not everyone is going to appreciate the fact that I'm giving away, all the commercial real estate secrets. So then I have a brainstorming session with my good friend Allison, our good friend here at the show, Allison. And she says, well, what do you want to do? And I told her, I said, I think I could do a comedy podcast, but I think it's going to be really hard to do a comedy podcast by myself.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought about you, but I thought, well, Krissy's not going to be able to do that with me all the time. Like, it's just going to be me. How am I going to do a comedy show where I'm just talking to myself? That's going to be really boring. And I've heard a few comedy podcasts where it's just one person opining. You have to be really funny to do that.
You have to.
You have to be Bill Burr or Chris Rock or, you have to be that kind of person.
Agreed.
So we kind of bang around this idea that what if I was to put together a podcast where I brought on people who had really opinions that were very unpopular.
Oh, that's right. I remember you talking about this. Yeah.
Racist. Whatever. You think about, go on down the line, right?
The crazy preachers.
Yeah, the crazy preachers. People just had horrible opinions. And I brought them on, and I didn't necessarily attack them. I just asked, I tried to get to the bottom of why they thought the way that they thought. And actually, so I put together like a promo podcast trailer.
This is your demo reel.
For this. This is me explaining why I believe that everybody is kind of every person. Like you could be an extremely good person or you can be an extreme. Nothing is black and white.
Everybody's everybody.
Everybody's everybody.
They're right there.
That's right there. We're right here. So this is Bryan. Who's me? That's me. This is me doing like an intro to the podcast.
Okay.
Which is horrible. Horrible.
Let it roll.
Hi, I'm Brian Green, and welcome to the commercial break. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. On the surface, I'm just a normal guy. I have a wife, a family, a brand new baby, and 2 really loud dogs. Just like you.
I hate them so much I had to bring it. I had to mention that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The dogs are still essential.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself.
What's that?
I said the dogs are still a central theme.
Yeah.
I have a wife, a family, a brand new baby, and 2 really loud dogs.
My
when I
address
say brand,
is...
my address is. Call me at 424-7717. I'm right here. That's our new tagline at the commercial break. I'm right here.
Right here.
Best to use gone. I'm right here. Hey, welcome to the commercial break. I'm right here. And she's right there. You're right over here.
Just like you, I didn't get to this part of the story easily or quickly. I've had the opportunity to...
Meanwhile, what's the music playing? Where did Bryan edit this? In the bathroom? Taking a shit? Hey.
Like a little xylophone?
Yeah. If I talk into this one and then I play the music on the other one... Like editing 1922.
Veer off the road, I've taken a few detours, and I've gained some interesting insight.
The commercial break being the biggest detour I've ever taken.
Share a little bit of my backstory.
Sure.
I was born in the North and raised in the South. I changed schools 3 times and was a miserable student and a troublemaker at home.
You're really selling yourself.
I'm right here. Come on down, talk to me. I can fix all your problems. Why wouldn't you want to talk to me? I don't spell so good.
I was a child fashion
everyman.
I repeat.
I was a child fashion model. Did you?
No, you said that. Oh my God.
All of this is true, by the way. I was a child fashion model.
Oh my gosh, we need those pictures.
Oh my God, I wish I had them. They used to be hanging in my house, but I think I ripped them down at like 12. When Kurt Cobain started singing, I was like, I can't have those in the house. That just doesn't look cool. It's not going to go with my grunge image for 33 penis.
Repeated 4th grade twice. I once took a 4-week spring break vacation from high school. I then got kicked out of said high school. I sang in a band that toured. I sang in a band that did not tour.
You're laying it all out there.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Everything that we've talked about here on the commercial break, I put into it too. If you want to just get to the point, if you're wondering when the commercial break is going to wrap it up, if you wonder when Brian's stories are going to be over, if you want to get to the punchline, I'll give you a copy of this. I'm going to make it into an NFT.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I started working at age 15. I worked at more than one fast food joint. I got fired from more than one fast food joint. I've managed restaurants. I've bartended at a few. I started my own concert production company at age 18. I sold beer to underage strippers during the graveyard shift.
That was the BP that we just talked about.
Okay, you get it. It goes on. It drones on and on and on. It's like 2.5 minutes long. I'm not going to play every bit for you. If you want me to play every bit, you can text and maybe we'll make a whole show out of it. But we're running low on time, and I want to make sure I get to everything we have planned for today so I don't piss people off. Krissy also did car commercials.
This was in Knoxville,
Let's
too.
get back to Krissy. That feels better.
And this was... there was an account executive that I worked with. He was like this big top biller, and I was kind of his second in command, like go-to. So, of course, you know, this is one of his clients, and he reels me in to do the commercial.
And
the car people were very excited for
Yeah,
me
I'm sure they were. Did you sell any cars? Yeah.
I mean,
22, looking great. Wearing tight pants.
Yeah.
It's the best day at Pro Care Tire and Service ever.
Oh, yeah. You can imagine the filming on that.
Look at those cars.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Wow. You can tell what the date is based on the look of the car.
This is a pretty classic one. This is a classic line. Jeff likes me to repeat this one.
Yeah, okay.
Almost 2 decades. That's how long folks in Blount County have trusted ProCare Tire and Service Center. ProCare Tire and Service Center is locally owned and operated and is ASE certified and AAA approved.
Oh, yeah. They're
Yeah,
nuts and the bolts.
They're making those rotors nice and tight. That guy's really into his job. By the way, I've seen a lot of these car commercials where these guys are, they got the flashlight and they're like,
the safety goggles.
Our technicians are CPAT certified, and they got the flashlight and they're talking to you. They have a part in their hand and they're like, you can die. This fell off when I was driving it into the shop. I don't even know what this does.
Yes.
But they're saying something to somebody so friendly and nice.
Right.
Meanwhile, have you ever been to a car shop? I've been to some good car shops.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guys aren't, whatever. They're like, hey, Bob, what does this thingy-ma-digger do? I don't know. Glue it back on. So, I think I know. I'm an encyclopedia of car information. I just work here, Todd.
An assessment you can trust.
What's an assessment you can trust?
Don't need.
Look,
there you are. Look at you.
Yeah, at the desk.
Oh yeah, that guy likes you. Here's a guy with a fedora on. What is that? He's got a
and like a neck thing.
He's got like a Gucci, Gucci scarf on. He's a 72-year-old white man from Knoxville. I like this.
ProCare Tire and Service.
He glassed up.
Highway 411 South in Maryville.
Maryville.
This is.
Oh, here comes the next one.
That Jeff likes me to say.
Hi, Blount County. I'd like to invite you to come by 5 Point Motors and check out our huge selection of late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've slashed our prices to the bone.
We slashed
our prices to the bone. So I'm cutting
Jeff
that one
heard
up.
that and it was like, what did you just say?
I'm slashing your PP to the bone. I'm sucking your penis dry.
I was all dressed
Most of our
up.
vehicles have low miles, some even with factory warranty remaining. Looking for low monthly payments? We can really help you with that.
We're buy here, pay here, where you can pay almost no interest. Over 25%.
Oh, my God.
5 Points Motors in Maryville. Slashing prices to the bone.
Oh, yes.
Banks, credit unions, and GMAC financing to assure you the best interest rate and lowest possible payment, even if your credit history is not the best. Come see us at 5 Point Motors on East Broadway.
That was like the nicest car in the place. There was like a LeBaron.
Yeah, it was a Saturn. They don't even make those anymore. Saturn.
All right, I think that's it.
No, I think there's one more. There you go.
Oh, it's the Charter
Oh, it's more Main Street.
Oh,
now you put up the sign.
Welcome to Charter Main Street.
We're right here.
This courthouse.
We're right here in front of this courthouse. Getting ready to take Betty to court for not paying her cable bill. We're part of your community. We care about you.
We're right here.
Yeah, we're right here. When it's time to pay your bill, we're right here, waiting for you to pay your bill. We know where you live. Oh my God. So much fun.
We got that out of the way.
Little Bryan Krissy history there. You go back. You figure out what the commercial break could have been. And now I'm sure that even if you dislike the show, you're so glad it wasn't the other version.
Yeah, and I could have been a nationally known
syndicated car commercial girl. Yeah. You know, those people make money. You get on a national commercial and you're making money. And you're making money forever. Like, you get residuals and residuals.
This is when right after that I moved to Nashville and started to party.
Right after that, I hit the booze. I hit the bottle. It's been downhill ever since. Look at me. I went from charter street sign to commercial break no sign.
There's nowhere I'd rather be, Bryan, than right here.
Amen.
With you.
Right here. The commercial break. We're right here. Okay, here's what you do. Go to tcbpodcast.com. All the audio, all the video, it's all there. You can connect with us on the socials at The Commercial Break on Instagram, youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Full episodes now available, and I'm going to go back and put the full episodes we didn't put up there. I'm going to go back and put those up there too. So our full catalog is going to be available on video clips every single day of the week. Please subscribe and like if you would. Hey, lots of people are doing it. Why don't you text us 661? I'm a stripper and a dancer, and I used to be a model. 661. Best, the number 2, 661-237-8296. You can text us, you can leave us a message, you can call us through the voicemail. We love to hear from you. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, give us content ideas, or just say hello. Please review us on your favorite podcast player. So many of you doing this, and we really appreciate it. Even if you don't have Apple, it's a likelihood that your podcast application has somewhere you can rate and or review us. Please do that. It really does help. Make sure you use our sponsors' specialized URLs and codes, because that too helps us. I want to thank all of our sponsors for today's show. And I want to thank my dear friend, Christina Hoadley, for being here on yet another episode of The Commercial Break.
Well, you cut me to the bone.
Well, we're right here. I'm slashing your cock to the bone.
I love you.
I love you. Best to you.
Best to you.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, there's a little thing we like to do here at The Commercial Break. We say, bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings. How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.